some students, yes, and for some students, for some listeners, it may cause kind of problems. And so, in order to avoid this one, let's talk about present perfect. As you remember, yesterday we talked about five main, the most usable tenses, yes, and that was about present simple, present continuous, present perfect, yes, past simple, and so on. And today, as you can see, yesterday we talked about present simple, present continuous. Today it's like continuation, and it's like present perfect. But before we um, maybe yes, maybe yes, yes. So present perfect, just refreshing your memory, okay? Just to refresh your memory. Present perfect, as you remembered, why today we we're gonna to reminisce this tense as a separate tense, yes, because it's quite, very special, yes, and therefore it's, I think that it's gonna be very important to, uh, yes. So many learners struggle with this tense because it refers to uh, some present time, and at the same time, it's like connected to the past, and it may cause problems there. And yes, and it is absolutely connected to the present. When we talk about maybe not finished actions or maybe some activities. Yes, and so in this case, yes, these activities started, I mean, in the past, but always all these activities have a point of connection with the point now. Yes, point now. Uh, and at the same time, yes, it refers to the past tense when talking about completed actions or events as well. Yes. The most confusing thing about using present perfect when decide whether it is mostly connected to the present or maybe mostly connected to the past. And the main the key feature, as you remember, yes, that so the present perfect, connects the present and the past. Yes, the main thing. And so it also focuses on the effect, on the result, as you remember. Yes, we have kind of result right now, let's say. And as well. As well, it's like a phenomenon of distinction between incomplete present and completed past actions. And so when we use present perfect, so in this case, it's kind of a kind of load. Yes, and load, it means that, I mean, we use we have in mind a connection between the past and the present. Uh, yes, so for example, yes, we have lived in this town for 2 months. We still live here. Or for example, your Uber has already arrived. And so it means that it is outside, maybe street, let's say, yes, and it is waiting for you. He has broken the computer. He broke it and it is still broken. Yes, because we have kind of result, our broken computer, or maybe your broken computer. I'm writing to let you know about the poor service I have received. So again, as a result, we have bad service. Yes, and so it's like the result. Okay, as you remember, as for the present perfect form, we usually use not usually, but it's like rule. Yes, have and the past participle of the main verb. Yes, то есть смысловой глагол, да, в третьей форме, во второй форме. And so we use present perfect to introduce information about past experience. In any case, past experience. Yes. It is often followed by the past simple, explanation, some maybe events, some events happened in the past. Okay, and we use this sentence and generally talk about the action that happened and unspecified time before. Sorry? You know what? I didn't hear you. Какие-то помехи, вот кто говорит, какие-то помехи там идут у вас. В смысле, не слышно предложение. Yes, it's not important, and so let's do some practical exercises. I think that in this case I just reminisce your memory, and let's do some exercises. Okay. Minute. Oh, мы убежали. Okay, here. Okay. So okay. As you remember, there are some, particular points. Yes, if we are talking about, for example, the usage of have been and have gone, and what the difference between them, as you remember, I just remind you. Yes, so we use have or has been when someone has gone to a place and returned. And so in this case, yes, we use have been or has been. Yes, if we use it to the spaces like she, he, it. But when someone has not returned, we use has gone or have gone. Okay. For example, if we are talking about, has gone and returned. Yes, for example, where have you been? I have just been to the supermarket. So it means that it's like, a kind of journey and return. Yes. But if we say, for example, where is Maria? I haven't seen her for weeks. She's gone to Paris for a week. She will be back tomorrow. And so in this case, yes, it's clear that she hasn't returned yet. Let's say yes. And so let's look at these ones. Yes, please tell me what about this one? I really hope that you see, yes, this one. How do you think, been or gone?
Been.
Maybe. Okay, next. What about this one?
Gone.
Maybe. Next. Been or gone?
Been.
Next, what about Reginald?
Been.
Gone? Oh, been. Okay. Okay. Next. Gone or been?
Gone.
Oh, yes, we skipped one. The what about this one about Mrs. Evans?
Gone.
Maybe. Okay. Let's look at your. Okay, yes, everything is just okay because it's like 100% there. 100% good. Next, adverbials. Yes, next it's like adverbials. As you remember, if you are talking about present perfect, we use several verbs, for example, recently, so far, just, yet, only just, and so on. Yes. As for the apposition, I think that you know about that stuff. Okay, let's look at this one. Present perfect with time adverbials. Adverbials. Okay, as you can see, there are yes, eight sentences, and so in this case, okay, in this case, we should identify. Yes, for some sentences, as you can see, there are two, two necessity to fill in the gaps. Yes. What about number one? I mean, this little dialogue.
I've seen him.
I've seen him. Okay, maybe. Okay, what about this one? Two, as you can see. Yes. So
Yet.
in this, maybe, I don't know exactly. What about this one?
Got.
Okay. What about number three?
Тоже yet.
Sure.
Started.
Maybe. What about number four? He promised to write me once a week, but we should return. What about this one? Number five. I think that is like easier.
Taking.
What about number six?
Ever, да?
I don't know, but maybe ever. Yes, you said ever, or maybe something else. What kind of thing? Or maybe seven. Maybe seven. Okay. Should we maybe as you can see here, we have article. Yes, and so in this case, it means that general everything here should be verb. Yes, it's like if that is
Можно
about
have you drunk a beer, что-то такое.
maybe. Okay, what about number seven? Can I have a cup of tea left and I can make it?
I have left.
Left, you think? This one or
Ну,
maybe
тут
another
спрашивает,
one?
тут
I've gone. Okay, I've
Made,
gone.
да?
For example, I don't know, gone or made? Which one? So as you can see, so it's like the first version, it's like gone. If you wanna, I may change it here. And what about number 8? In Europe, and next week I'll see 3 more. Should we look at answers, okay? Why we should
вот здесь можно
number 8?
for today или so far.
So
I
far,
have seen. I have met.
okay, met.
6 Kyrgyz.
Oh. So in this case, if we are talking about, you're talking about Kyrgyz people, yes?
Yeah.
Okay.
Ну, там достопримечательности, наверное.
Kyrgyz, sightseeing, sightseeing, yes, yes, sightseeing, for example. No, not in Kyrgyz, but in Europe. I don't know. We should, you know, just try. What about number 4, by the way? Do you have any ideas? Should we look at answers? Or maybe you have ideas for number 4?
4-й, по-моему, неправильный какой-то.
Okay, we should just check answers, okay? Yes, okay. For example. Okay. Total score, they say yes, just 13. So it means that score is not good, yes? Is not good. But let's look at the feedback, yes, in such a way, show answers, sorry. Show answers. Yes, so look at this one. Yes, it was just seeing him, and as you remember, our version was just seen, yes, but in this case, it's just this adverbial just, and so this pronoun him. He's in the kitchen. Okay, next, Jack is sent from so far, but so far she hasn't had any replies. Okay. And next, finished. I haven't started it yet. It was very close to your answer. Yes, because you say started yet. It yet. Next, he promised to write me once a week, but until now, I've only received a postcard. Then, okay, next. Liz is looking very healthy these days. Yes, she has recently started yoga classes. Have you ever been in a helicopter? Okay, once. And about tea, yes. I've only just come home. You can make it. Yes, maybe it's like argument between I don't know, a wife and a husband. Who knows? Yes, I have only just come home. You can make it. Up to now, да, up to now, I've been to 6 countries in Europe, and next week I'll see 3 more. So in this case, our results were not good enough. Yeah. So present perfect with time adverbials. Adverbials. Okay. So by the way, let's look in our book. So I mean, I'm just talking about your homework, okay? Here in your book, you can find the explanation. We can find explanation. Yes, here, as you can see. So explanation for present perfect. Yes, it's like always as I have just mentioned. So it's like always the connection, yes, past and present, past and present. If you are talking present perfect, usually it is targeted for the result of something. Yes, for example, I've written a rough plan this morning, and it is still morning, and therefore I say I've written a rough plan because it is still morning. I've written a rough plan. Now again, it's like means that somehow in the past I start, let's say here, and it is still morning, and I've written this plan, let's say. So yes, or for example, I have worked really hard for the last 2 weeks. So it means that this point now, so somehow 2 weeks ago I started, and now I have kind of result. Yes, and as far as I have worked really hard, I have, I don't know, maybe a really clear presentation, or maybe a very clear my scientific statement and so on. And as well here you can find table in order just to refresh your memory. It's like a comparative, let's say, table between the present perfect and past simple. Yes, what the difference between them? What the difference between them? So in this case, link the past with the present, as you remember. Yes. Next, as for the past simple only talks about the past. And as you remember, as for the, special indicator words, so in this case, for the present perfect, we have just talked about it. Yes, it's like just, already, only just, recently, so far, until now, and so on. As for the past, so it's like in 2017, or for example, 2 days ago, 1 second ago, yesterday, last week, last month, and so on and so on. Yes. Next, if you're talking about present perfect, so in this case, we doesn't talk about a specific time in the past. Yes, we are talking about, vague time in the past. Yes, somehow in the past this action started. Yes, and we don't know exactly when. Because if we are talking about exact specific time in the past, so in this case we are talking about finished action in the past. Yes, for example, specific past time. And as well, if we are talking about present perfect, it uses time expression that shows the time period is unfinished. Yes, so this week, for example, so it means that it is still this week, and therefore, yes, it's like process. Yes, and when we are talking about, yes, the time expressions, it's like past expressions. Like last week, last season, ago, yesterday, and so on. What else? Yes, you can find this already, just this indicator words. Yes, for example, ever, as you can say, and for weeks, or for example, before. Yes, again, the link. Yes, the link between the past and the present. So it means that in the past, no, and to the point now, no, but maybe in the future. And if you are talking about present continuous, as you remember, present perfect continuous, as you remember, it's like a formula has been plus, verb and ing. Yes. ing. And when we are talking about present perfect continuous, we are not targeted for the results, but mostly on the process itself. Yes, we are interested in the process, not in the result like in the present perfect simple, but in the in the process itself. Yes, for example, how many hours, or for example, since what time it has been, let's say, continuing. Yes. So in this case, again, in your book, you can find this table. It's like, again, a comparative table between present perfect continuous and present perfect simple. For example, in this case, yes, we have just talked about it. Present perfect continuous emphasizes how long, or for example, focuses on the activity itself. But if we are talking about present perfect, so in this case, we say how many times. Yes, again, it's like about results. Yes, and yes, it's like focuses on the result, the completion of the activity. Yes, on the activity. And by the way, if we are talking about the most usable expression, so in this case, it's like it's the first time, it's the only time that the 6 cup of coffee you have had today. And as for the homework, I'll talk about that stuff later on. Right now, please let's do one quiz. One quiz where uh, yes, where we can compare. Oh, we can compare. Yes. Okay, maybe. Okay, good. This one, uh, it's like about yes. Um, as you can see, it's not C1, it's just B1, B2, but in any case, it's like about Rosenberg. Please, as you can see, you're gonna, you're gonna cover 8 items. So as you can see, 8 of them. And so let's start with with the first one. How do you think, this one or A or B?
B.
Okay, good. Next. What about this one?
A.
Next.
B.
Okay. Next.
B.
Maybe. Next. Uh, A or B? This.
A.
A.
B or A? Which one? This one or this one?
This one.
This one? Okay,
Yeah.
good. Next, what about this one? Just 3 items remain.
B.
Yes, 2 of them.
B.
Maybe. And last one. B or A? A or B?
A.
Okay, I think that's where we finish. Okay, 100%. Okay, good. Okay, so it means it's like 100%. Yes, but it's like B1, but you should be like a C2, at least C1. Okay, just a minute. Should I use this one? Okay. So let's continue with our yes, maybe some grammar points uh, we should just yes. So if we are talking about present perfect, so in this case, why it takes time? Why it takes time? Why present perfect? I mean, will take time because our let's say uh, the Russian language, for example, the Russian language. Yes, I'm not talking about the Kyrgyzstan, but the Russian language, as you know, yes, it doesn't have such the difference, yes, between the perfect, let's say, event or action. And the it's like different between the languages. Yes, maybe some things are more difficult in the Russian, but maybe some of them are more difficult in English or maybe in French. And so why it takes time? Because it's really used. Because yes, a lot to learn. Yes, and as well, we have just talked about that stuff. Yes, so several uses. And the main thing why for some students it's maybe difficult, I mean, present perfect any, yes, whether simple or continuous, doesn't matter. How it is taught, usually at school, yes, and not because it's like a bad way or good way, no, but each, I mean, teacher has his or her own way of explanation of, grammar points. And maybe it sometimes it haven't, let's say, it didn't coincide with the pupils, comprehension. Okay, sometimes it may happen. And so we talked about that stuff. Yes. The main 3 points when we use present perfect. Yes, the uses of present perfect. So in this case, we are talking about unspecified time. As you can see, it's like question. So it's like unspecified time in the past. Yes, something happened as we talked. Something happened in the past, and it's like to the point now. There is a connection link between them. And as when the second usage, it's like when we are talking about some activity, maybe event, which, yes, started in the past. And yes, absolutely, it has a link with the point now, with this point now. But at the same time, it may be maybe longer. Yes, I mean, the activity may be longer after the point now. And at the second use of present perfect. And the number 3, let's say number 3, it's like, again, it's like unspecified time in the past, and maybe to the point now, exactly to the point now, or maybe before the point now. Sometimes we use the present perfect in such a way. Yes. For example, if we are talking about yes, the link between the unspecified time in the past and point now. Yes. So, for example, I have worked with Jane before. Maybe somehow here, yes, I worked. And so it means that not right now, maybe not right now, maybe now yes, maybe he or she, I don't know who is I don't know. Maybe he or she doesn't work right now, but maybe before, somehow in these points, yes, maybe. Or for example, I have spoken to Jane about this already. Again, here maybe. Okay, or for example, I've been in Jane's office many times. Maybe here, maybe here, maybe here. Or for example, let's talk about the second usage of present perfect. Yes. So in this case, as you remember, it's like something, maybe event, maybe activity, maybe, kind of, um, maybe kind of events, meetings, or something like this. Yes, happened in the past. And yes, there is a connection with this point now, but we know it exactly that maybe there will be continuation of this activity, event, meeting, and so on and so on. Okay, it's like according to the meaning, we have this idea that yes, it's like started in the past. Yes, for example, it's like connected with the point now, and maybe in the future it will be, prolonged, let's say. Yes, for example, I have worked with Jane since last year. So, yes, since last year, now, and maybe further, maybe. Or, for example, I haven't asked Jane yet. Not yes, this haven't. Oh, for example, I still haven't asked Jane. Oh, sorry. I still. It's like just the same sentence, almost the same. Yes, but it's like a different this indicator. Yes, yet, but still. Yes, still. But the meaning is the same. Yes, past, point now, and future a little bit. I have been working with Jane all morning. I have been carpooling with Jane for 3 months. Or, for example, I have asked Jane 3 times already this week. Okay, maybe I'm gonna to ask her, I don't know, 5 times. Yes, for the next week. For next week. So, and the last and the last usage. So in this case, we are talking about just before the point now, let's say, да, то есть именно точка перед вот сейчас, вот уже оно закончилось, да, но именно перед тем, как мы сказали. Оно законченное действие, но вот прям вот этого, да. And usually we use just with this meaning, yes. I have just worked with Jane. So it means that it's like no prolongation. We have just worked and so it's like finished. But it has happened right now. Yes, on the spot. I've just asked Jane. Yes, то есть действие уже произведено, но оно прям вот сейчас произведено, да, перед поинтом. Okay. So, как in such a way you can, master present perfect. Yes, I think that all of you are, professionals in mastering of present perfect. But in any case, yes, in any case, so watching this lesson isn't enough. Absolutely isn't enough. Uh, so reading and listening again and again, again and again. Okay, so it means that I really understand that you are very busy people. Yes, you are, public servants, maybe high level officials, and so on. Yes, but I think that 30 minutes or 40 minutes for listening, but each day regularly may improve your listening skills as well as your writing skills in a very, dramatic way. Next, reading and listening. Absolutely. Reading is very important. So if you are talking about listening, so maybe podcasts, maybe, I don't know, maybe documentary, whatever you want, 40 or 30 minutes per day. Okay, but each day regularly. As for the reading, it should be regular. Okay, so please devote at least 1 hour per day for your reading, because while you read, you get a lot of new words, and you get a lot of idiomatic expressions, very useful, very usable, let's say. And so in this case, each day you just, widen your horizons in terms of your English. And so use it while writing. Try to use it, but uh, there is no need to artificially use it again and again in order to show that you know this tense. No. But if it is, suit for your essay, for example, yes, use it. But if it doesn't suit to your particular essay, just don't use it. Because sometimes when I, read some essays of my students, it's like a little bit artificial when you try to, I mean, students, yes, when you try to use it and to show that, yes, it's just, I know this tense kind of, but according to the idea in your writing, it's not, I mean that it doesn't have meaning, let's say. Okay, so in this case, be very sensitive in this term. And number 4, wait until appropriate context. Yes, I have just yes. If it is appropriate to your context, yes, use it, because in this case, yes, you may show that yes, you are clear with your English. But if it doesn't suit, don't use it. If, for example, present simple, present continuous, I mean, both of these tenses are okay, or for example, past simple, yes, for your essay, use just them. Your idea should be clear. But if to provide your clearness, it is necessary to use present perfect, please use present perfect. Okay, and at long last, use it while speaking. Yes, try. Okay, try each day. Try to use it each day, even though you may use in a such way. For example, you may use your phone. Yes, you may talk yourself a story, really tiny story. But after that, for example, let's say you do this recording, and after that you should re-listen to your recording, and after that it will be clear for you what kind of mistakes are more frequent, let's say, in your speaking. And so in this case, if you use this method, you may significantly improve your English. Okay, I mean, your writing skills, your speaking skills, especially. Good. So yes, no, yes, you know about it stuff. It's like, positive. It's like questions. Yes, in this case, if you are talking present perfect, as far as we have this auxiliary have for questions, we just move it before the subject. Yes, and as for the negatives, it's just not between the two verbs. Yes, and so it means that between the auxiliary verb and the main verb. Yes, past participle, I mean, in the form of past participle. Yes, as well, if we're talking about present perfect continuous form, so in this case, it is the same. Yes, it is the same. So yes, so auxiliary for questions, auxiliary comes first, and after that, as for the negative form, so in this case, it's just not between have been, and after that, we use present participle. Yes, I remember that's this one. Okay, so let's go to the next. Do you have questions, by the way? If you have, let's discuss them. Есть вопросы, уважаемые? Oh. Do you have questions? Yes. No questions.
I don't.
Don't. Okay, let's go to this very, I think, yes, 15 questions. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. So in this case, yesterday, you remember, we talked about present simple and present continuous, yes? And today we talked about present perfect. Let's mix them in one quiz. You will see, you will see 15 sentences. And so in this case, you should just identify whether we should use the verb in present simple or present continuous or maybe present perfect, okay? So as you can see, the verb has been done for you, like infinitive, yes, has been done in brackets. Okay, okay. Let's start with with sentences from 1 to 5, and after that with the rest of 10. Okay, how do you think what the form should be here?
Present simple.
In a such a way, yes? Yes, right? Okay, or not? Do you agree? What about number 2?
She has walked.
This one, yes? This?
Yes.
Okay, what about number 3?
No, about her, I said that has walked.
So, has walked. Okay. Here, yes, am I right? Here, in such a way, or should I? Number 2, is it correct, or maybe should I, change it? Is it okay, number 2? What about number 3? What's the form for number 3?
Has been walking.
What about number 4? What this form should be for? I mean, what the form?
Have worked. Have worked. Or have created.
In such a way, yes, right? Your version, correct? And please go to number 5. If it is correct, I mean, for you, yes, if it is your option, let's go to the number 5. Oh, sorry. Sorry, just a minute. Just a minute. No. Я куда-то потеряла. Сейчас, just a minute. No, it's here. Okay, what about number 5? During their collaboration, they more than 600 costumes for Timberlake and his team.
They have created. Have created.
His or another one?
Oh, about during the collaboration, they have created.
This one, okay? Can we move to the next one? Okay, this was your option, okay. So from 6 to 11, please look through. You have maybe... Так, сколько их там, да. Maybe, yes, maybe you have 5 minutes. Just look through. And after that, you should, present your options.
We have to put only present simple, present continuous, and present perfect, yes?
Yes, here. Here, present simple, number 1. Present continuous, number 2. And present perfect, 3.
They have to created.
Just look through these 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and 11, by the way. Maybe you have 3 minutes, okay? And after that, you should just present your options, okay? Просмотрите с 6 по 11, посмотрите, ну, как вы думаете, какой больше подойдет, окей? Потом мы проверим ваши опции, ваши предложения поставим, и потом уже будем проверять ответы, окей? So let's look through your options, okay? Let's finish this exercise, not till the 15, I mean. And after that, we should, discuss each of them. from 1 to 15. Okay, good. So I think that yes, 3 minutes. 3 minutes have gone. So what about number 6? What was your option? Present simple, present continuous, or perfect, present perfect.
Simple.
Present.
Just create, you think. Am I right? Okay, good. Next, what about number 7? What was your choice?
Perfect.
You think in such a way, yes? I started, am I right? What about this one, number 8? What was your choice?
Simple.
It's like habit, yes? Maybe, I don't know. What about number 9?
Continuous.
What about number 10?
Continuous.
Continuous, да.
He's moving. Oh yeah, moving. Yeah.
Okay. What about number 11?
Simple.
And so just from 12 to 15. Just look through, maybe 2 minutes. Yes. Okay. So let's start with 12. What was your choice?
Simple.
Perfect. Там было 12, по-моему. Ну или ладно.
It depends. I don't know. What about number 13?
Simple.
Perfect.
You think? What about 14?
Simple.
Continuous.
Continuous.
Да.
Окей. Да что это такое? Pending. Pending, is it? No, yes, pending. And what about last one?
Continuous maybe.
Simple.
Should we check? Okay, and after that we should discuss all, correct or maybe incorrect answers. Okay, so in this case, they say that 10 correct answers. We have 10 correct answers, and it's good. Yeah, it's very, it's impressive enough. I mean, but they say that 5 mistakes. Let's go to the mistakes. Yes, and so in this case, just look at this one. So it's like number 2, number 3, number 4. Okay, it's like number 2, number 3, number 4, and as well 9. Yes, and last this one, 12, they say it's like not correct. Let's go to the answers, okay? Let's go to the answers. They say in a such way. So this one, yes, it's like, okay. As for of March, her official YouTube channel bio states that she is working on her album, but is unsigned. Yeah? Okay, so in this case, they are talking about so activity, her activity, yes, and her activity, her, I don't know, maybe creativity, some steps, yes. So they are in progress, yes, all these activities are in progress. And therefore they say she is working on her album. Yes, so it's like a unspecified time in the past, and we don't know whether it is finished or not. Why? Because they say is but is unsigned. Yes, it's like clear that in this case we are talking about progressive, progressive trend, progressive trend. In this case, we are talking about, this one. Yes. Next, 3. Since 2005, she has worked as a UN Special Ambassador of the organization. Since your version has been working. But they say that correct option is has worked, has worked, has worked. How do you think? Why they say that it's like has worked? Why? Because in this case we are talking about a kind of result, because it's like a UN Special Ambassador for the Health Organization. It's like a kind of result. And in this case, it's not clear whether we are talking about, is the information that we are talking about, that we touch the theme of process. No, mostly we are targeted for this result, that yes, she has worked as a special UN ambassador, yes, for health organization. То есть здесь именно нету того, что мы таргетируемся нацеливаемся на вот это вот какое-то там происходящее что-то, да, в смысле, когда мы таргетируемся на само activity, да, на само действие, нету этого. Именно мы таргетируемся на то, что она там достигла этой должности, да, какой-то. Okay, so it's like the result, simple, да, perfect simple. And next, well, neuroscientist, blah, blah, blah. In real time, all shapes, object, colors, and motions that we see. Здесь, here you can see a kind of prompt, да, kind of prompt for the present continuous. То есть у нас здесь была подсказка в виде вот этой вот in real time, да, то есть это опять-таки что-то происходящее, находящееся в действии, да, то есть it's like a, progressive trend, да, real time, это, в реальном времени. And so in this case, yes, it's not the past, oh, sorry, present perfect, but it's like, present continuous. Yes. So in this case, you were, yes, on the top. So in this case, yes, in this case, we are talking about just about fact. Yes, in this case, it's okay. It's okay because in this case, we are talking about, the result. Yes, confirmation about some fact. And here we are talking about habit. Yes, habit. So in this case, it was correct because it was just my fault. Sorry. Instead of is starting, it was like I mistakenly, yes, I pressed the wrong, you know, uh, неправильную клавишу. То есть вы были правы, да? So it means that your results are better. Yes, your results were better. So instead of 5 mistakes, we have just 4 mistakes because that was my fault. So in this case, international migrants are moving over greater distance. Again, we are talking about kind of trend, yes, progressing. Yes, it's correct. Next, evolution is not immediately obvious because, so we are talking about fact. Yes, we are talking about natural process. And so in this case, it's absolutely yes. It's like a present simple. Next, a number of clients have moved from. Насколько я помню, у кого-то из вас была такая хорошая идея, да, вы говорили, все-таки здесь перфект, потому что есть какой-то результат. Но мы просто остались на moves, да. Но вы предлагали, да, yes. Looks like have moved, yes. Here is correct, it's correct. So it's like again, it's like trend, да, опять мы вчера говорили про тренды. Как только тренды, это все, это уже сразу present continuous, yes. And so in this case, we have this prompt, да, как только every выходит, все это какой-то факт, какая-то привычка и так далее. Okay, not 5 mistakes, but just 4 mistakes. Just 4 mistakes. Okay, good. Okay, good. So right now, just look through the last practical. Где оно было? Okay, good. Maybe just for 4 minutes, but the list. So it's just, this quiz, it's about mostly about present simple versus present continuous. It's like very, it's like tiny, just for 3 or 4 minutes. Let's do it. I think that, in this case, you may see the correct answers on the spot, okay? Right away. Okay, good. Here and yeah, let's go. Okay.
The shop has sold 100 books. We're talking about a result. Present perfect is used.
Mhm.
It has been snowing since afternoon. We're talking about the ongoing action. Present perfect continuous is used. I've already seen that film. We're talking about the past action that is related with the present. Present perfect is used. He has been reading this novel since morning. We're talking about the ongoing action. Present perfect continuous is used. You look tired. How long have you been working in the garden? We're focusing on the long action in the recent past that caused the present result. Present perfect continuous is used. Have you ever seen corrida? We're talking about past experience. Present perfect is used. I have finished taking medicine this week. We're talking about the finished action. Present perfect is used. My cousins have been playing football all day long. We want to emphasize the duration of the action. Present perfect continuous is used. That's the first time I have seen the baby. We normally use present perfect with the first time when we're talking about immediate or recent event. My son hasn't finished his homework yet. We're talking about absence of the result of an action. Present perfect tense is used. He's been playing football on and off for 3 years. We're talking about repeated activity which started in the past and still continuing. Present perfect continuous is used. Have you heard the news? We don't use the continuous form with the verbs of senses, such as hear, smell, etc. Present perfect is used. Stay with us and keep on practicing.
Okay, so let's look at the book. Here. Page now. Yes, page just a minute. Page 18. Yes, page 18. Page 18. Right now, you're gonna to hear this conversation, and while listening this conversation, you will hear some, expressions. It's like collocations. Yes, we often use them, especially when we talk about, educational activities or something like this. Yes, and so in this case, we are talking about make notes, as you can see. Start to write, do research, make a plan, read books, get a book list. Yes, as you can see, we have, 6 collocations. Yes, 6 collocations from A to F. And right now, you are gonna hear this, you're going to hear 2 university students, Carl and Sue, talking about an assignment, okay? An assignment. And so while listening, you should identify, make notes, as you can see. Yes, start to write, do research, make a plan, read books, get a book list. And so in this case, in exercise number 2, as you can see, you have 5 options. Yes, and so in this case, while listening, you should place this expression, one of them, yes, for number 1, or for example for number 2. And so in a what way you should do it. As soon as, for example, you hear, for example, get a book list, for example, it let's say it will come first. Yes, so it means that you just should write F here. But if C comes first. So please write C. Okay? То есть вам нужно будет, соответственно, вот этим буквам, да, A, B, C, D, E, F, расположить, какая информация пришла первой, какая пришла второй, какая пришла третьей. Ну, соответственно, да, там, например, B, C, E, там, A, and so on. Okay? Try it. У вас оно есть. А сейчас мы его прослушаем.
А в чем первый exercise? Можно еще раз уточнить?
В смысле, в чем заключается exercise? Вот смотрите, у вас есть
Первый.
6...
Или это
Первый?
первое и второе связано?
Они связаны, да. То
Все,
есть вы слушаете двух студентов, они будут там общаться, там нужно сделать это, нужно сделать
Окей.
это, да. Пока вы слушаете, вам просто нужно вот выйти сюда поставить, что они сказали первым. Сделать то-то, или там написать что-то, или там, я не знаю, пойти в библиотеку туда-сюда. Okay? So, oh, I'm sorry. Sorry. Если выше. Выскочила косо. Sorry. Okay. So, так, у вас был, по-моему, да, соответственный звук уже был. Okay.
Recording 2.
Is it okay with the sound? Нормально слышно?
Угу.
Окей, я, кажется, не то за вас за это самое. Сейчас, just a minute. Вот оно. Окей. Третье.
Recording 3.
Hi, Carl. Have you written your assignment yet?
Hi, Sue. No, I haven't. But I've been trying to get some ideas together.
What sorts of things have you been doing?
Well, I've worked really hard for the last 2 weeks, and I've nearly finished all the books on the reading list. I've made quite a lot of notes, but they're not very structured. What about you?
I did the reading a few weeks ago, and I made notes on the most important things. I've written a rough plan this morning, and I was going to make a start on writing the assignment today, but I've decided I need to read the most important parts of the books again before I do that. I'm actually finding it quite hard. It's the first time I've ever had to write such a long essay, so I'm a bit nervous about it.
Yes, it's the longest essay I've ever had to write as well. I find all the reading so difficult. I read 5 books last week, and they all said different things.
Поймали или еще раз? Or second time? Should we get, have you caught ideas or not yet?
One more time, please.
Yes. То есть о чем они сказали первым, вторым, третьим, четвертым, пятым. Okay?
Recording 3.
Hi, Carl. Have you written your assignment yet?
Hi, Sue. No, I haven't. But I've been trying to get some ideas together.
What sorts of things have you been doing?
Well, I've worked really hard for the last 2 weeks, and I've nearly finished all the books on the reading list. I've made quite a lot of notes, but they're not very structured. What about you?
I did the reading a few weeks ago, and I made notes on the most important things. I've written a rough plan this morning, and I was going to make a start on writing the assignment today, but I've decided I need to read the most important parts of the books again before I do that. I'm actually finding it quite hard. It's the first time I've ever had to write such a long essay, so I'm a bit nervous about it.
Yes, it's the longest essay I've ever had to write as well. I find all the reading so difficult. I read 5 books last week, and they all said different things.
Так, версия есть?
Да.
And what was the option?
F, A, B, D, E.
F-A-B-D. Okay. You think in a Saturday. Okay.
F-A-B-D-E.
F-A-B-D-E. Okay. So, okay. So, okay. Yes, here. Дома вы можете сами себя проверить. So you may check yourself at home because you have answers at the end of your book. Yes, in the part of answers to the exercises. And right now, please go to дома себя проверить, насколько вы были правы, да? Можете прослушать еще раз, окей? Можете прослушать еще вместе, после того, как вы прослушаете вместе с аудиоскриптом, окей? It's gonna be very, very useful. And please, right now, please go to exercise 3 on the same page, yes, 18. So as you can see right now, you're going to hear the continuation of this dialogue between Sue, там был, да, Sue и Carl, да, Sue and Carl. And while listening, you should catch the expressions, okay? So as you can see, first gonna be Sue, and she say, so fill in the gap should be. Next, plenty of information for the assignment. Okay, so in this case, you should catch this expression. And as you understand, yes, you remember the iron rule of the English language. Yes, so it's like as for these subjects, so should be verbs. Yes. Next, second, you again. When I was in the library last week, I those leaflets. And next, Carl, I tired since I started this course. And exclamation, as you can see, yes, at the end. And Carl again, and I am already tired. Okay, so it means that please catch these words and these words. Are you ready? I really hope that you are ready. Поехали.
Yeah.
Поехали. Попробуйте. У меня вот таблет чуть не двигается. Ну ладно.
I find the best approach is to read only the sections that you need in order to answer the question. You don't usually have to read the whole book. I've collected plenty of information for the assignment that way.
Oh, that's good advice. I've been trying to read the whole of each book, and the more I read, the more confused I get. I probably wasted a lot of time last week.
Oh, I'll tell you what other things I found really helpful. When I was in the library last week, I read those leaflets called How to Get the Best Out of the Library and How to Write Assignments. They really helped. Have you read them?
No, I haven't even seen them. I'll have to get hold of a copy. They sound very useful. I really need some direction. I find I'm so tired at the moment. I've read 6 articles this week, but I can barely remember what they said. In fact, I've been feeling tired since I started this course.
I know what you mean. I felt like that as well at the start, until one of my tutors told me it was far more important to get enough rest than to stay up late studying. I've gone to bed early every night since then, and I managed to concentrate for longer during the day. So in the end, I do actually get more done. I went to bed at 10:30 last night, and I feel great.
Well, I've just got up, and I'm already tired. I must try going to bed earlier. At least till I've done this assignment.
Yeah, it should help.
Oh, okay. Have you caught or second time? I mean, do you need second time? Второй раз будете слушать? Алло. Или уже прослушали?
Вроде есть.
Окей. Давайте тогда мы с вами чекнем, ладно? Окей. So here, uh, what about this one? What Sue said? Или не услышали
I
пока?
have collected.
I have collected, yes, I have collected plenty of information, yes, for the assignment. What about the next expression, use expression, I mean? When
I
was
read.
read, yes, just past simple, yes, I read, прочитала, сделала, finished action in the past, good. What about the Carl?
Have been feeling.
Have been feeling tired. And what about his last expression?
I have just got up.
Yes, то есть я только встал, и я уже уставший, да? Yes, I have just got up and I'm already tired. Okay. Good. So, dear listeners, as for your homework, so you can find, yes, I'll send you this, your home assignment. Please try to find the kind of, maybe 40 minutes for one lesson to make you, to do your homework, okay? Yes, exercise number 1, grammar exercise, page 22. So in this case, as you can see, you should just identify with highlighted in this case, as you can see, yes, some highlighted exercise expressions. And so in this case, you should identify whether this expression is correct. And so in this case, if it is correct, just tick it. But if this, for example, incorrect, so in this case, you should, improve it. Okay, improve it. Improve. And next, here, as you can see, there is one chart. Yes, a percentage of UK adults who have used the internet. And so it's like between men, women, and all citizens, yes. And so in this case, according to the information given in this bar chart, let's say, yes. So you should just give this information, okay? Just exercise number 1 and exercise number 2, page 22 and 23. Accordingly, yes, and exercise number 3, by the way, yes, this letter, as you can see, yes, and here in this letter, you can find 2 expressions at once, and so in this case, you should identify whether this one or this one is correct, should be, used, okay? For example, in the first example, it's like I have just received. I have just received like it's like result. Yes, it's not the situation when we focus on the activity, but when you targeted for the result. Yes, то есть я получил, у меня результат есть чего-то. I have just received your message. Ну, понятно, да? И дальше. So in this case, you should just identify whether this one or this one, or this one. Okay, so that's all. That's all for your homework. Please, I beg you, don't miss your homework. Okay? Лучше потихонечку делать, пускай по 40 минут вы будете, но каждый день, пожалуйста, а не так, что в субботу и воскресенье all that load, huge load without, good results.
Извините, можно
Yes.
спросить, Мисс Литвина? Мисс
Да.
Литвина, здравствуйте. Где вы размещаете вот эти записанные видео? Мисс Литвина записывает?
Я присоединила всех в Телеграм. Кстати говоря, хотела спросить, вы все в Телеграме есть, да? смысле, я вроде всех туда, все фамилии, которые у меня были, я поместила в Телеграм. Вы получили все, да? Книги, диски и задания. Получаете? А кто не получил? А кто не получил? Девочки и мальчики, мальчики и девочки. Получили все? Все нормально, да? А, Так. Окей. Кто сейчас говорил? Дядгуля или Джилдыза или кто? Или
Я говорила насчет записи
Джилдыза, да?
по Мишутину. Да, да, да.
Записи. Запись, в смысле, занятия?
Запись занятий, да. Мишутин записывал вроде бы. Он
Да,
уже
вроде он
размещает.
записывал, да. Я записывал, да, записывал. Я надеюсь, он с вами поделится, да? Или подождите, сейчас я... А остальные все получили, да, книги? Все диски получили, да? Все нормально. Дома заниматься можете, да? Все окей.
Да.
Окей, спасибо. Так, Мирсудин, вы здесь, да? Мирсудин, огромная просьба, поделитесь, кому там нужно, или, может быть, в наш телеграм-канал скинете, ладно? Okay, thank you very much. Have a good night, let's say, yes, and tomorrow, please, I wish you will have a good day, okay? See you, bye. See you, bye. Я постараюсь разместить это.
Goodbye.
Сейчас.
Thank you for
Bye.
your time.
Bye, see you, bye. Bye, bye, bye. Мирсудин, вы здесь, да? Можно с вами поговорить, если вы здесь? Мирсудин, наверное, на работе, да, поэтому он и включил, скорее всего.
Нет, здесь,
Да.
здесь.
Мирсудин, вы сможете в Телеграм сбросить?
Постараюсь обязательно.
Или мне как-то тут где тут мне нужно будет
Нет,
ее?
смотрите, если слишком объемный файл будет, я
Вот я тоже вот боюсь, что он будет
загружу
объемный.
на YouTube и ссылку скину.
Окей. В смысле, товарищам скиньте, ладно, если нужно. Все, окей,
Окей.
see you, bye.
See you.
Bye. Have a good day, have a good night. Bye.